Okay, so we're having a big, huge, like 700-point battle here. I have 99 points of Klingons. I've got the Shatang with the flagship with Koloth in charge, the Makta with Martok in charge, and a Vorcha with Skill 7 Chang in charge. My allies here, so we got the Klingons, the Romulans, and some bioships defending this space station. One of my friends here has the Scimitar with the flagship, with the Salatral, plasma torpedoes, interface generator, Romulan cloak mines, and a tactical officer. And then the two bioships, what do they have?
Bioship Alpha Captain, bioelectric interference. Both have quantum singularities, and the weak shall perish.
Very cool. And we're up against this force here. So one of the Borg ships players. There's 3 Borg players and 3 of us. There's a Scout 255 with subspace beacon, transwarp signal, and a drone. And then a Romulan Borg starship with Mendak, Borg Queen, Weir the Borg, Tyrell, advanced cloaking, 3 interface generators, regeneration sequence, Borg shield matrix, and fleet captain. And Adam, what does your Borg cube have?
The Cutis for captain, flagship, resource, and dispersion field.
Holy cow. And then, what do you have, Scott, on yours?
Tactical drone 7 and 9, and then tactical drone Borg Alcove and Magnus Hansen.
Okay. So, yeah, it's we're fighting over this planet here. It's got some asteroids around it. We each have a station. So the winner is the one who takes out the enemy station, defends their own station. If both stations are destroyed or both stations are still standing, that just goes by points. But our goal is to take out the enemy station and keep our own station alive. So we have 600 points each, basically 300 points per player. Now, on our team, I took 99 and the wrong player took only 98, so we could throw Kira Nerys as captain on that station. So, and it's a Romulan little drone at the top there. It's pretty cool. Anyway, yeah, so there's our fleets there. 2 Vorchas and a Burrell for me. Well, Makta, Vorcha, and the Shatang, and then the Scimitar and little Romulan. What's the name of that little ship?
Vo.
The Vo, right? And then Bioship Alpha and the Bioship, and there's all the Borg. Very cool. Okay, so my ship's just moved forward and cloaked. Actually, the Romulans, the whole fleet just disappeared, cloaked. And then his ship just moved forward, and over here. The ship moves a little bit more. That's where we're at. We're all kind of nervous to see who's going to come out and do what they're going to do. Okay, so it's a big waiting game kind of until the battle starts. We're all just moving forward. They're all moving forward. And we got a lot of space in between us here. And we do 2 tables. Okay, so still we're just moving slowly forward. My fleet kind of we sensor echoed over a little bit. We're all cloaked on this side. His battleships are kind of turning to join us. And there's his ships over there. That's where we're at. Okay, so there's our fleet still moving up. We're just doing 1s. They're moving a little bit faster. And that's how it's looking. Okay, so our fleet is all moved up here, checking our DS9. And over here, the enemy fleet is coming through soon through the asteroids. And their big Borg cube is sitting over there, and we'll see how this goes here. Okay, so our fleets are now within striking range next turn. And yeah, we'll see how we do here. This next turn should be quite something.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's quite the exchange. Chang's Vorcha got plastered. It's got 3 hits and a crit, and the crit is a warp core breach. So it got plastered pretty hard. But they lost the... What's that thing called?
The Borg Cube, Scout Cube.
Yeah, I can't even say it. The Diamond, the Diamond thing, and the Borg Scout Cube. And this ship has a crit on it from the mines called the...
Warp core breach.
No, damage. No, I'm the one with the warp core breach.
We still got to roll for that.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's how it's looking. They've lost some ships, and one of their big ships is kind of out of the battle. But we're going to lose some ships, too. Okay, so that was the Borg sphere. Martok on the Vorcha fired at it and took it down quite a bit, and then Koloth on the Shatang finished it off, blew it to bits. It wouldn't have survived anyway because it's still the bioship could have fired at it, but it was Koloth on the Shatang. But meanwhile, one Romulan ship just got right through. But our fleet is still intact. I undid the warp core breach. I fixed the warp core breach, but now Chang can only go one at a time. He got an extra action from Martok, so he also cloaked. And yeah, we got to turn around and save our station, and then we just got to take out the big station and the big Borg cube.
First world problems.
That's how it's looking. Okay, so that round nobody died, but the station got fired on by the what do you call that ship? Oh, do you have an Ox token on that now from firing? Because you didn't decloak?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Right. It fired and took a shield.
I call it the super
So
gauge.
two shields are taken off the station. The two bioships did their what is it called? Singularity?
Quantum singularity.
Quantum singularity. They came off the board and then they appeared on either side. So we're going to hopefully destroy this guy. And we got lots of guys gunning for him. We'll see how this goes.
Kill them.
Okay, so our whole fleet has turned around to fire on this Romulan Borg ship. It's no longer cloaked. It lost all its shields, so it can't cloak. So it's got 3 interface generators that cannot be used anymore. The 2 bioships fired on it. Koloth on the Shatang fired on it. It's only got one. It's got a minor hull breach, and it's got an auxiliary power token caused by bioship Alpha. No shields, can't cloak. Whole fleet bearing down on it, and then there's still that to deal with.
Borg cube.
Okay, so the two Martok softened them up, and then Bioship Alpha finished them off with the weak shell perish. And so all threats to our DS9 are ended. DS9 would have fired as well, and other ships would have fired. So now we just got to turn around and attack the big Borg ship and destroy their DS9. And that's our plan. Okay, so yeah, it's just our fleet now. We're all turning around. Chang's still alive with 1 hit point left. He's cloaked, and he's been doing his free cloak, then going forward 1 and then cloaking again. So he's trying to maintain position until the rest of the fleet catches up. And the Borg sphere is over here, and looks like it's getting in position. We're just going to race, destroy the Borg sphere, and destroy the station. Okay, so our fleets are now turned around, and we're going to be gunning for that big cube there, and yeah, that's how it's going. Then we'll try to take out their DS9. Okay, we're not in range yet, but we're going to be firing poor Chang on the damaged Vorcha, just outside of range. And anyway, that's how it's looking right now. We're gunning for it, and yeah, we'll see how this goes next turn. We got to destroy the cube and destroy the station afterwards. Okay, the Borg retreated. So just at a range, even Chang couldn't fire at him. The Borg is retreating from our onslaught, but we're coming for him and the station. We got a lot of ships. And our DS9 with Kieran Nerys as the captain, just sitting back there, nice and pretty. Just like the Battle of Wolf 359, all our ships are firing at the cube. The cube has no shields, and it's got 4 hits and 2 crits on it. It's hurt really bad. He fired at Chang, and Chang actually lived. I couldn't believe it. Chang actually lived. It was so sweet. Yeah, so we haven't lost any ships yet, but that's where we're at right now. Okay, so that was quite a thing. We all moved forward a little bit. He bumped a ship, and the ship actually flew under him. But the first ship to fire is the Scimitar, because its captain is, what's the captain's name?
Terrell? No.
It's Salatro.
Salatro, who fires at a 10. She moves at a 5 or 6. I can't remember what it is. A 5.
It's a 10 against Borg.
Yeah, against Borg, because he declared Borg. So the Scimitar blew the Borg sphere up before it could fire. We still have all our ships. Not one ship is destroyed yet. It's pretty cool. And that's where we're at next. Okay, so that's the end of the game. We're just going to call it there. Our ships, we didn't lose a single ship, and we would destroy the station, so that's the end of that.